Hello and welcome. This is Alfred Miller again. I'm going to do a short video here on basic formatting of a document in Microsoft Word for Windows. This happens to be one of the newer versions of Word, but most of the newer ones use this home, insert, draw. They use these things called ribbons. Most of the formatting we're going to concentrate on for what we would call basic formatting falls under this home ribbon or tab within the font group and the paragraph group. Font group requires you to highlight and select anything you want to be changed. The paragraph group, on the other hand, you could have your cursor in a paragraph and it will do the formatting to that paragraph, or you can select the paragraph you want to affect. The first kind of formatting I want to do is maybe I want to change the overall font, the style of the print within the whole document, as well as maybe the size. This happens to be a 2-page document at the moment. Maybe we could get it down to 1. We'll just kind of play around and see for a quick minute doing some light formatting. So there's a quick way to select an entire document on a Windows machine. You can do Control A and it should highlight everything. Here where the word Calibri is, that's the style of print, also known as the font. If you click the down arrow, you get a large list of fonts. What's nice about the newer versions of Microsoft Word is when you point to a font, it even previews what it will look like. So if you find a font you kind of like, I tend to like the really simple ones, the Arials and stuff like that, and actually the Calibri that it was on. So I'm just going to scroll real quick, show you a few different fonts here. Maybe I like the Dubai, or there's a different Dubai Light, but I like Dubai maybe. Or, point to it for a second and choose the one you want by clicking it. So I'm going to end out choosing, because this is a course outline, I don't want it to look too unreadable. I'm going to actually choose Arial. So I'm going to scroll back to the top. And there's lots of different Arials, as you can see here, but I usually just choose the typical Arial, the very basic one. You'll notice it's still quite large. It's protruding down onto page 2. I'm not so worried about that for now, but I'm also now going to change the font size. That's this number here with the 11. Click it. Smaller the number, smaller the size. Bigger the number, bigger the size. Now I'm going to click away, and I want to format just the title. So I'm going to drag over the title to select it. I want to make it a little darker, maybe a little bit bigger, and change the color. And also maybe even move it to the middle to show you a paragraph format. So to make it a little darker, I'm going to click B for bold. Maybe make it a little bigger. I'll click the arrow here. For the size, go to 12. Maybe I like the color, a different color for it just to help it stand out. That's this A with the red underline. Be sure to click the little arrow next to it for different color choices. And I'm going to go ahead and just pick something that will stand out a little bit. So I'll choose this green here. Now I'm going to want to move it to the middle, maybe called centering. That comes in what's called the paragraph group. You have 4 alignment buttons here. This one, if you rest on it, it tells you it's center. I can click it one time, it moves it to the middle. So that's how you can do some basic formatting. Similarly, if I want to do the word's course description a little bit differently, I could highlight it. I can click the B for bold, make it bold. I don't think this needs to be centered, but I'll just do bold on it. You'll also notice there's space between the word's course description and the Microsoft Office here. That's called spacing after. Maybe you don't want spacing after in this document, because if I want to reduce the space between this gap here, that's being put in automatically now when you press your Enter key. So I'm going to highlight my whole document, Control A again. In the paragraph group, I'm going to click the line spacing button, and I'm going to say remove space after paragraph. Now that tightens things up a little bit, but that's okay, because I can just use my Enter key in a couple of places. Before course description, before class meetings, before here, but because this is tighter, I've gotten it up to 1 page already. And I can go here to this title, clicking before the title, pressing my Enter key, and evaluation would be the last one. So now I'm all of a sudden making it fit a little bit better on 1 page. I just want to now show you a couple of other formats that you might be interested in doing when you're in a document. We learned a little bit about alignments, but bullets, putting these little symbols in front of lines of importance. I'm going to scroll down here to these couple of paragraphs. I highlight them. I go to the paragraph group of the home ribbon and I can click bullets. Now, if you want a different style of bullet, you click the arrow and you can see a few different styles of bullets. I personally just like the regular circles, so I'll click them. I'm going to do the same thing to this list by highlighting it, click bullets. And all of a sudden this file looks a lot better than it did just a couple of minutes ago. So it's about you going through and highlighting the different words or clicking a paragraph if it's paragraph formatting. There's also a neat trick you can do to copy formatting from one place to another. So let me re-highlight course description here and let me put color on it. Maybe we do like this green, so we want it to be green and bold. And I want to copy that formatting to this word, class meetings. If I click here where it says course description, I can click this format painter tool on my home ribbon, drag over class meetings. They now look the same. So if you're able to format one of your areas in a really cool way you like, you can copy that formatting. So I'm going to show you how to do that again. I click where it says class meetings. It has the style I like, the formatting I like. I click format painter. I go drag over the wording I want to paint over. Pretty cool trick. So that's a little bit about formatting in Microsoft Word, playing with some of the stuff in the paragraph and in the font group. Thank you very much.